We're at 3115 Hannah Avenue, and I believe this is Westwood. We're we're doing a sanitary lateral inspection on for the purchase of a home. Going from the clean out in the basement bathroom. It's actually in the wall, and we're going to push all the way out to the main as long as we can make it. We're looking for any structural issues, root intrusion, anything that may be an issue, may cause blockages or anything like that. So we will stop and make a comment in any situation that we feel is necessary. The stack is cast iron, and so usually in that case the pipe is made out of cast iron inside the house, and then once it exits it turns into clay outside, and it's usually clay all the way to the main. But we'll make any comments again we feel are necessary along the way. Okay, so we're still in cast iron, but we've hit a spot that kind of looks like there's just a buildup of solids. It could just be from the cast iron, but we're going to recommend that this at least gets a cleaning to kind of flush this stuff out. It could be hanging up on the cast iron, on the rust. But the looks like it's right as it switches over, I believe. Right before it switches over to clay out here. So right before it exits the house. So yeah, I would recommend that they get this cleaned out right here. And for some reason, it doesn't look like there's a big belly or anything, but there's a bunch of solids hanging up right here at this spot. So it would be a good idea to have this flushed out. Maybe have the cast iron deburred. But we have just switched over into clay. We may have to get a better look at this on the pullback, because there's, from pushing those solids, the lens isn't really clean, so we'll continue and then we'll get a better look at this stuff as we pull back. Okay, looks like we're all the way out at the main. Looks like we're dropping in here. Yeah, we're 106 feet out. I think I'm going to stop and get a locate and see approximately where we are. This looks like concrete pipe here. So we are going to pull back and inspect it. I have to pull back to where I'm a little flatter. Just so I can make sure I get a better locate. But I mean, everything looked good structurally except for that one spot there right before it exited the house. So we're going to pause right here, get a locate. Okay, so that was at the main. It just may zigzag around inside the house before it exits, because being that I'm out about 100 feet here, and it looks like it's concrete once it gets onto MSD's property, the sewer district. Once it gets onto their property, leaves the private property, it does look like it switches from clay over to concrete. Which is good. Didn't look like there was any structural issues at all. So far, looks like it's in pretty good shape. There's the spot in the house that need to get cleaned out. So it may be a good idea to have the cast iron deburred. That's kind of a decision that would have to be made. Some people like having that done, some people don't. But if nothing else, should have the line flushed out just to get rid of some of those solids there, and kind of pay attention to that area. It didn't look like there was any evidence of a backup, but there was also a lot of stuff sitting in there, so it may just be that it's flat, and it would, when somebody takes a shower or runs the dishwasher with a washing machine, it may flush all that out. But it is definitely something to watch. right at the transition where it exits the house, a little before that. About 20, that was about 23 to 25 feet out. Okay, so we're pulling out of the clean out now. So everything looked good. Again, to reiterate, that one spot could use could use being flushed out. So they may want to, maybe deburr the cast iron or have that blown out. But other than that, everything looked good. So that'll be the end of the inspection at 3115 Hannah Avenue.